In this video, we're going to talk about how to boost your leads and sales by optimizing your YouTube channel in the right way. Now, if you're anything like me and you're a certain age and you've had your YouTube channel for the last 27 years, and when you first got your YouTube channel, you used it to house videos for sales funnels, then you'll know what I mean. You've got lots of videos on your channel. Maybe you're doing all the right things, or maybe you think you're doing all the right things, and maybe yet to break through the sort of 3,000 to 5,000 subscribers on your channel. So this video I'm going to talk about the things that I did, things that I uncovered on my channel to really re-optimize it and really sort of start to see some progress with my YouTube. So the first thing, here is my YouTube studio, and if you go, first thing I'll say is this: go to settings, okay, and where it says channel, go and click on channel, and these are all the keywords for your channel. Now I've got too many keywords in. I've realized I've got too many in. I've got way too many. But what happens over time is that if you've been in business for a while, I started as an online business owner doing membership websites and all different kinds of things. Then I didn't pivot, but I just added Forex trading to what I was doing, and I added the Forex trading on the same YouTube channel. So the first tip is, if you ever pivot and do something else, or if you add a different niche to whatever you're doing in business, start a separate channel. Don't try and mix it, because you'll confuse the algorithm and you'll mess it up completely. The algorithm won't know who to deliver to. So that's the first thing. I know it sometimes takes a bit more work. I know it's tempting to go, well, I've got all these subscribers, they want to know about this as well. No, start a different channel completely. If it's the same niche and you can blend the two, then fine, keep it the same. Okay, so the same type of thing would be possibly network marketing with affiliate marketing, something like that. Okay, but be very careful. So optimize your keywords, and these keywords were a mixture of online business and a mixture of Forex trading, which tells the algorithm what? Just tells the algorithm it doesn't know what to do. Okay, so that's the first thing. The next thing is go to content and go and see where it says date. So this is going to give your videos in date order. If you click that, it's going to give you the first thing that you uploaded. And what I found was I had loads of videos that were unlisted that I didn't have anymore, so I got rid of those because they don't need to be there. Whether it affects the algorithm or not, I don't know, but it's there, so they've now gone. And a lot of these first videos were completely unoptimized. They had no tags to them, they had no real description, they had links in there which had expired. Okay, that's something else I want to come to. So if I show you, all these have been re-optimized. As you can see, they've got a new fresh approach. But here's one that I didn't re-optimize, and this is actually me vlogging when I went over to Warsaw to film a band. And see what we've got here is, like, we've got one line of a description, we've got no links, we've got no thumbnail, we've got no playlist. One thing you'll find as well is sometimes YouTube will add additional questions after you've uploaded your video. So when AI came out, they want to know if it's got any altered content, so I changed that to no. Then the tags themselves, they were just basic. I mean, how would anyone know how to find that? Okay, I'm going to give you a solution in a second. The video language that was left, I mean, you want to be filling these in with your video language. And the category, okay, again, something I found was a big problem on my channel was I had different categories, and there were different categories because I suppose I was arrogant when I first started uploading video, because I thought I had some idea of how to make films. I wanted them to be educational because they were education, so I put them down as education, which is the wrong one. Okay, so what I started doing was I started doing them to how to, and if I would change this, how to and style is pretty much where you want to be when you're an online business owner or whatever we do. How to and style is the best one, and you want to be consistent and congruent with them all. Okay, make sure you do it all the same. If you've got different categories, again, the algorithms are going to know who to deliver it to, okay, over the channel. So do that. Right, the next thing, I rely on this heavily. One of the things that we need to do when it comes to video is we need to plan everything before we even start shooting. So we need to know the title, the description, the tags that we're going to use, because we then use them in the video. Now if you're new, or if you haven't got around to doing that and you just kind of wing it, like a lot of people do, like I used to, well, I'm good at doing videos, so I'm just going to wing it, okay? Doesn't really matter, okay? You need to let the algorithm know. And what I do is I use vidIQ. Okay, this is vidIQ. You can do all kinds of things with vidIQ. It's dead cheap as well. I think it's about $10 a month. And what I do for a lot of my videos and my ideas now, I'll just put a title in there. Okay, so this is a video I did this morning. I went out for a run this morning. I'm documenting that journey, and I just did an ad hoc talk to the camera as I was sweating and when I got back. So that's what I put in. Now it told me the best title to use, so it came up with this one. It gave it a score, which is 85, gives it a description, and it gives it the tags. Now that saves me a whole bunch of time doing any research. I mean, I can do keyword research on this, I can do all kinds of different things, but it's so much easier to know that what I'm doing is already optimized. So if I optimize for that, then it's going to get found by the algorithm, okay, according to vidIQ. And vidIQ is specifically made for YouTube. So that's what I do. Let me talk about the links. Right, when I started putting links in, one thing I did, I wanted to track more. You need to track everything that you do, otherwise you're not going to know what's happening and what's working. And I used third-party tracking software, and they'd been around for a long time. It was established software, it was working really well, and I used the tracking software for all these links. Then one day I couldn't log in. Then I found out that none of my links actually worked, and they told me very casually, oh yeah, we turned the software off, we've got rid of it now, but thanks for being a customer. And I thought at that time, right, here's a kind of a bit of a mistake I made, in that all the assets that you have where you link things to, over long term you need to own yourself. So you need to have your own hosting or something that is reliable enough to be available for long term, because these links are your livelihood. And if they get turned off, if somebody is interested, if you go to the effort of putting a really good video together and the link don't work, what does that tell your audience? It tells your audience that you've gone, you've quit, you've done. Okay, so it's so important to do that. Make sure you own all the assets. In fact, just going back to this one as well, what you'll find is that this video was, I think, one of the first videos I did. And if you want a bit of a laugh, you're gonna have a look at it. But the rating that this got was about 55. It wasn't optimized at all. So the rating was 55 out of 100, which is really, really poor. Now, having spent 2 or 3 minutes with vidIQ, putting the details in, it went to 98. 98 over 100, okay? So the overall optimization score is 92 over 100. So let me show you what I do now in terms of optimization. So this is my, in fact, I'll go to a video from yesterday. There are two things that are going to make a difference, a huge difference with your optimization for YouTube. Number one is your YouTube thumbnail, and the second thing is your title, the title of your video. You see that I put this through vidIQ. It's given me a score of 91. The overall score is 96 out of 100, which is pretty damn good. So the way I put my descriptions together, first of all, I put a description. Sorry, first of all, I put my link in there, okay? And I put these little, you get these little emojis, you can get them off the internet, and I'm sure you know what they are, and it just highlights different things. And all I do, I keep it all the same. I don't go overboard with emojis, because I think, for me personally, I think emojis are a bit female. And if you get offended by that, then that's just the way it is. But too many emojis just gives the wrong vibes to some channels. You know, it's like looking at the back of a car and there's like a load of teddy bears in the back of it. Okay, doesn't normally happen with blokes. Okay, well, it never used to in my day. Okay, it might do now, but The same thing is true with emojis, so make sure it kind of fits you and it fits your brand. So what I do there is I put my link in there, okay, and again, johnmclaughlin.com, I own that website, I own the hosting, and then what I do as well, I just put this tracking ID at the end of it, $T equals YT, and that will just tell me that all the links are coming from YouTube. Okay, so the description, again, I get it all from vidIQ and adapt it sometimes to my voice. Descriptions from vidIQ, they are sometimes going to be a little bit generic, so just make sure it does fit your voice and you don't sort of sound like you're saying the same thing all the time. The hashtags, what I do with the hashtags is I just take the top keywords and turn those into hashtags. Always have a playlist. Okay, it's so important to have a playlist there so people can go and find more information. I have a subscription to the channel, and then here I've just got all my different assets, and what I like to do is put them all together so it looks nice and neat. Now I see a lot of people who've got descriptions where their descriptions are kind of all over the place. It looks a bit, it's like one of them pizzas, you know, where people just fling stuff on and it might taste great, but at the same time presentation really is everything, and I just like to present things in the right way so people can get the information that they want. At the end of it, I'll give people the option to to send me a question by putting my details on there, and also your disclaimers are really important as well, and if you're an affiliate marketer you'll know exactly what I mean by that. The thing about thumbnails right now is that the simpler they are, simplicity is a lot better. And if you're scrolling through your phone or if you're scrolling through Facebook, what are the thumbnails that make you stop? And one thing I refuse to do, flatly refused, although it does work, are the open mouth expressions. I hate them with an absolute passion, and I will never do it myself. And if you do it, then fine, okay, but it's against my religion. It's against my branding to do anything like that. I would never do it, but they do work. But what do work are close-ups of faces, because as human beings we're attracted to faces. So you want your face on there, or not your face, a face if you would want to do faceless ones, and then something really simple that kind of grabs the attention of the audience and kind of alludes to what the video is about. So that's, and again, vidIQ, if you go on there, they'll give you all kinds of ideas or suggestions for thumbnails. Not always the best ones, but you can see the options there. So you've got the face, and you've got like 3 words, faced, 4 words, you know, so it kind of does what it says. So always link to a playlist. That's important. Make sure you put it's not made for kids. If you've got any paid promotions or sponsorships, then you're supposed to click there. Altered content, no. And I always just check all these off. Automatic chapters, automatic places, automatic concepts. In terms of the tags, when you use vidIQ, it will give you a score on the tag, so you can see what you actually what you've got in there is decent. Again, out of 100, these are all the tags. And in terms of tags, I don't stuff it as much as possible. I generally 450, 460 there around is quite good. Just so it tells the algorithm that you're not trying to just keyword stuff everything. And again, vidIQ will give you additional tags based on their knowledge and based on your subject and your niche. Make sure you add your video languages in. Recording date, I'm not even sure if this is relevant, putting the recording date in, but as I always say, these spaces, they're there for a reason, okay? They're not there just for a joviality, you know, so put them in. Shorts remixing, do you want your videos to be available to other people to remix? Okay, so you can add those as well. The category, every single category or every single video I've got on my YouTube now is how to and style. So it's more congruent, and the algorithm knows kind of what's going on, okay? And that's obvious in the way that the subscribers are going up. So that's the way I optimize right now. Now the other thing you're going to look at as well, 2 more things. Subtitles. Do you want to put subtitles in there? It's up to you if you want to. I never bother with subtitles because I don't watch videos with subtitles on. the end screens. These are important. So I did two things. If you look at some of my videos, you'll see there's an actual end screen with music on it. Okay, a little bit of jazz music at the end with 2 videos and the subscription. Now what I've started to do, I've started to take that away and just put the end screen like you can see on here. So it's just I'm talking, then you'll get the end screen and you'll get the subscription. Because I think that is better for the attention spans that we've got right now. And again, it's just, if you look at the way TV does the same kind of thing. So we're just going to experiment with that right now. And the other thing I've got is the cards. Now, I'm not even sure if cards are going to be a thing in the future. I would imagine they are, but again, when you get monetized, it gives you an option to put a link in there. So that's what I do. I put links in there, and I've tested it with or without links, and I've tested my stats, and the cards do not perform at all. Okay, so I don't know what it is, whether people don't want to click, but I'm trying to think of all the times I've clicked on a card and I can't really think of many. Okay, so that's, but again, it all adds to the weight of your video. So if the option's there, put it in. Okay, and I would say the same thing with everything on YouTube. So there you go. The main takeaway from this video is go back and look at your old videos and re-optimize them, because I tell you what, you'll be shocked at how poor they are, and you'll also be shocked at how much you've learned in terms of being able to optimize video and how much you didn't know when you first started going. You might have produced great videos, but unfortunately not very well optimized. Cover all those steps, and what you'll do, you'll start to see an increase in subscribers. You'll get to see an increase in interaction with the videos and comments. And the other real big takeaway is this: don't just upload videos and optimize them, engage on the platform itself. Okay, start sharing content, start sharing your opinions, start leaving comments and liking people, because that is a big thing as well. After all, you know, YouTube is a search engine, but it's also a social media platform. Okay, so you can do that. Anyway, if you've got any additional questions, if you think I've missed anything out on this, let me know. I'm sure you will. But if you've got any additional questions about optimizing your YouTube channel, let me know. Put me a comment just below. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button just down there. Give us a big like if you got some value from this. And if you look at the links just below, you can see what I'm doing, and you can see some of the help and some of the things that I can help you with to develop your online business. So have a look at those links, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.